good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon. Anyway, John Lanning with IPMS for Crook again with another inbox review. Oh, this is a kit which I originally didn't plan on getting, well, I mean, right now there isn't a full kit of this available right now, and hopefully they'll release other versions of this kit. It's from a company which we reviewed a kit before. But this is for a particular aircraft which has got an extraordinary history beginning from even pre-World War II. It was was designed to be one of the original airliners back in the 1930s, but it became a very important, iconic transport aircraft during World War II, and it's even in use even today, albeit in some modified versions, although there's plenty of these aircraft flying around. But anyway, this is the A&A Models Basler BT-67. This is based, of course, on the C-47 of World War II fame. And as you will see, there are, for some strange reason why, there are plenty of C-47 kits around, but not very many BT-67s around. So basically what the BT-67 is a modified C-47. It's been extended slightly, but the biggest changes to the aircraft are the engines, and the engine pods are completely different, and the wingtips have been modified as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and open the kit up real quick and take a look, and let's see. Okay, well, here's the kit. Let's go ahead and open it up real quick, and I will start right away with the gripe. Get this fun kit open real quick here. And here's the first gripe. This is one thing they ought to be looking at here. See all of the space in here? Here's the kit. The kit has been bagged, clear parts separately. But look at the amount of space in this box here. I mean, look at that. Hopefully A&A would take a look at this and probably get smaller boxes for these. Just basically, they need to be shorter boxes, slightly incave a little bit here, but there's a lot of room for this to move around. And during shipping, that's a bad thing. And I will show you, because some parts, there was a part or two that was liberated, and thankful for the bag, it still stayed in there, but there was a liberated part in here too. And there's so many times in which having too much space in the box there can actually cause some damage to the screws. So anyway, that's my first gripe concerning this. Hopefully they'll be corrected. So anyway, so we have here, I'll get this out of the way. There's a parts bag here. Trying to be careful here because one of the fuselage halves here is pretty loose from the sprue, and there's the spare part right there in the bag there. I'm not going to pull that out. Anyway, there's the part right there in the bag. Came loose off the sprue. So anyway, clear sprue. Thank God they bagged it separately. Looks okay. They look kind of clear. An issue here. Okay, so we'll start with the fuselage sprues. Of course, here's the first half right here. Now, with this particular aircraft here, there is no extension plug like you would with the modification kits, and I'll show you that shortly here, because as of this point right now, this is the only BT-67 full kit available out in the market. Here's the other half, and as I mentioned, see how this came out loose. Okay. Now, one slight problem here too, there is a good amount of flash, especially right here. See a little bit of this right here is going to sand it down a little bit. A little bit of flash right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but some flash right where the windshield should be at. I didn't see much flash on this one. A little bit of flash right there on the nose. A little bit of flash on the top here of the fuselage. But pretty good panel lines. If you can see that. Not too delicate. Not very deep, but I don't think it's going to be a major issue. But they do look a little thick, not by much, but a little thick. Okay, the engine nacelles. It's the first one with the 5-bladed prop here. And as I stated here too, for the ordinary C-47, which had the radial engine in it, the nacelles are completely different from this. The nacelles for the turboprops have been completely redesigned, so it changes the look of the aircraft. And there's 2 of these, so it's for both nacelles. Okay, and I believe this is probably the aircraft floor, the rudder, back deal, and I'm pretty sure this is the wing spar here. Here are the wings. Now, as I stated, one of the big changes to the C-47 for the BT-67 is the wing design, which would be right here. This is the biggest change. So it's no longer elliptical, it's angled. So now that, and there's the bottom portion here too. Some flash right there, here, flash here, flash right here too. Of course, there's the other wing. Same thing here too. Let's see, not too thick, but kind of deep, not full in grain. Should be okay. Okay, there's the seats, cargo seats. Now, this is the civilian version. Hopefully, later on they'll come out with a military version. Again, more interior stuff right here. There's one of the cargo doors, bulkheads, most of the cockpit stuff, main landing gear. Part right here is kind of filled in. And this is the part that broke off right here, which is still in the bag. And that's basically the tail cone. So, and then you got some flash here, flash on the wheel here too. So there's going to be some cleaning up to do. Bottom of the fuselage where the wings join. Right here, also the twin tails. These as well for the tail. A little bit of flash here, flash right here. So, and more of the wing stuff here. So, at least the flaps look like they're posable. You got that. Those are for the main kit. Here are the decals, as I stated. It's a complete civilian version right here, no military versions on this. in this particular kit. Some masking for the wheels. I believe there's also masking for the windows in the cockpit and possibly along the fuselage, and some extra decals as well. So, and I'll show you the versions here. One's for the U.S. Forestry Service. The other two are just for civilian operators. And I'll probably show them here with the instruction sheet. Full color. Black and white breakdowns. This one in particular for the engine and landing gear. Of course, you got your sprue maps. I love it when they come out with sprue maps because at least you know what you're working with. So anyway, cockpit construction, fuselage constructions, more fuselage. Of course, the tail portion of the aircraft here too. Engine nacelles, putting most of it together, putting the windows in. That's kind of unusual. Normally it's put the windows in from the inside. In this case it's from the outside. And more landing gear stuff here. More landing gear stuff. Final assembly. Which apparently, I guess, from the looks of it here, of course you can pose it with the cargo door open. We'll close. And here we go, the painting instructions in full color. So this is one for U.S. Forestry Service. And then this is Kinboric Air from Texas and from 2019. And Thea Aviation in Costa Rica 2021. So all civilian schemes. So there's instructions right there. And let me put this back in the bag and I'll get back with you. Okay, so we have everything back in a box here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, okay, I'm not going to go through the entire history of C-47 because it's very, very extensive, and it's still in use today. Not as much as it used to be back in the past, but it's still in use today. And the BT-67 is one of several different variants, and used to try to keep the C-47 operational for many more years. Now, BT-47 is in use in some military air forces. Bolivia was one of them. Definitely Colombia, and that's another thing here too. Hopefully, they release this kit with there's a gunship version. There is an AT-67 gunship version in service with Colombia, and it is the paint schemes for those are really, really cool. Yes, they are called Puff the Magic Dragons as well in service. One of the paint schemes is of a fire-breathing dragon. Anyway, that's not in this kit though. So I am hoping in the near future this comes out with those schemes. You know, an AT-67 version would be really, really cool. So anyway, as of this point, this is the only BT-67 kit available in any scale. Now, in 67 and 72nd scale aircraft, there were, I'm going to use the past tense word, other ways to convert a C-47 into a BT-67. This is one of the conversion kits. This is from Lone Star Models out in Texas. These came out about, I don't know, I think 20 years ago, maybe. It's been a while. It's, of course, it's a resin conversion kit. It comes with markings for the U.S. Forestry Service. Earlier scheme, I would assume. Also, it comes with Basler turbo conversions. I guess it's supposed to be a prototype aircraft. I guess I don't know. And the Columbia National Police, which would be these markings right here. So anyway, unfortunately, I have what is considered the instructions for that. There's no marking instructions for those particular versions, so you will have to look on the web for that. Anyway, here's the conversion instructions, and basically this is for the Italeri kit. Although you might be able to modify it for the old Ishi kit, possibly for the Airfix kit as well, especially the new kit. But basically, this kit contains the fuselage extension right here. This would be it. The new engine nacelles for the turboprops right here, and this one here too. The new wingtips, which is right here and here, and of course the props, which there's the blades right there, and of course the props themselves are right here. So anyway, and I do believe you can convert this. Yep, a 4-blade or 5-blade. So, and with this BT-67, it's got a 5-bladed prop. So, anyway, there's this conversion kit, and then there's the Alley Cat conversion sets, which I was not able to get a hold of. And unfortunately, when it comes to both of these sets, the Alley Cat sets, I don't know what happened. I think somewhere around 2020 or 2021, the owner of Alley Cat stopped producing. No real explanation as to why, possibly medical. Anyway, he stopped selling on his own site, and whatever stock he had left available, he set up on another site in the UK. I looked on that site there was not a single BT-67 conversion kit available for Alley Cat. Now, Lone Star Model, same thing. It's been years since he had this available. I don't know that he's ever going to have this available again. So, but now we actually have a kit for the BT-67. So, searching for these resin conversions is no longer necessary if you want to build one. Now, with that in mind, what do I think about this kit? Well, we've done an A&A kit before. We did their Hawk 200 kit, and it's a pretty decent kit. If you're looking for a Hawk 200, it is the kit to get because that's the only real kit available. Unless you're able to find the old Matchbox kit and able to convert it and basically build it up, because it's one of the pre-prototypes. The kit, the A&A kit, aircraft, the A&A kit, you might be able to do a bird from Indonesia or Malaysia or Oman, one of those three. Anyway, we looked at that kit. I think I gave it 6.5, something like that. This right here, 6.5, maybe 7. It's a nice kit. There's a lot of cleanup to do on this, though. I mean, and I showed you the burrs and the massive amount of flash on some of the parts there is not major. Detail wise, it's good on the outside. I'm not really concerned about detail on the inside of this kit here because the cockpit's really hard to see. So unless you want to spend money and build up the cockpit, nobody's really going to see the inside of these aircraft. Now, they might look inside the cargo area because the cargo doors you can mold open or shut, and then you might want to be concerned about that. For me, it's not a big issue. I probably won't build this with the cargo doors open, but and it's just a standard cargo area, just 4 with seats along the side, so no cargo netting, none of that stuff. So if you want to spruce it up on the inside there, that'd be up to you. But you'd have to find other sources to get, because you're definitely not going to find it in this kit. Anyway, uh, as I say, I do like this kit here too. I originally wasn't planning on getting it, but I kind of broke down, something I need to stop doing because it's costing me money. Anyway, um, and of course, right here too, I'm looking at the side of the box here. There is another BT-67 plan, Arctic version. So these are the ones with the skis on it. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any other plan versions. As I stated, I'd like to see a military version, particularly with the gunship, the Colombian gunship, or with aircraft also from Colombia and from, I believe, Bolivia also operated these in the military. Um, Thailand also had them in the military. A few other nations also have them in the military versions of it. But um, this kit, yeah, if you're looking for a BT-67, this is the kit and the only kit to get, uh, unless you're lucky enough to run into one of the conversion sets, which are no longer actively sold. But otherwise, it's an alright kit. It should be okay. It should be a good kit to put together if you're interested. But anyway, um, if you have any questions or complaints, go ahead and post them below. Um, well, hopefully you enjoyed this review. I might have some other reviews. I've had this for a while. I've just been so busy with other stuff, including a little disaster here at home that if anybody followed me on Facebook is kind of aware of. But yeah, I originally planned on doing this a while back, but I've had so much going on that I haven't got to. And I've got probably another review I'll be putting on, probably, I don't know, maybe tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Um, so anyway, if you have any questions or any complaints, or if you have some ideas, if you built this thing, I'd like to hear about it. But yeah, just post anything you got below, and we'll see you later.